my name is Molly, I am a fan of the brick, and today we're looking at some unusual, possibly rare, Lego pieces that are about to join my collection. So last weekend I went to several estate sales, garage sales, and a very large antique mall, and I found Lego! I recently wrote an article for this website called Brick Nerd, which is, all things Lego, and my article was about how to find cheap Lego at unusual places like estate sales and antique malls. So after I wrote the article, I was like, I really want to go Lego hunting this weekend, and so I did. First thing I did was check Craigslist, and there were 3 estate sales in the area, so I went to all of them. The first one, there was like a whole ton of Playmobil, and in that Playmobil box there were a few very generic Lego pieces. I didn't bother with those because it just wasn't enough to even dig for them. I looked, I was like, someone else can have this, it's fine. At the second estate sale, there were no toys whatsoever, and at the third estate sale, I'll show you what I found. So the first thing that caught my eye was this. It has some translucent pieces on the top, a white piece that looks like it has some pencil marks, a couple black pieces, and just some miscellaneous stuff. But what really intrigued me was this base plate. Got at the same sale. It's one of the flimsy base plates, but look at the size of it. I hope you can actually see it because I got a blue background here. But okay, so this is it is like 24 by 40 studs. Okay, so here is a regular 32 by 32 base plate, and here is this base plate. It is not as wide, but it is taller. So I decided I'm gonna look this up and see why is this base plate so funny shaped. I found it on Bricklink. So this is base plate 24 by 40. It was released between 1977 and 1982. It appeared in 4 sets. Let's see how much it's worth. In the last 6 months, 11 of these have sold, and they went from anywhere from between $7.63 and $17. I don't think this one in particular is going to go for very much unless I really clean it, because there are pencil marks and lots of dust, and it's going to need a bath. But that's exciting. A, because I've never had this base plate before or even knew it existed, and B, because it's worth a little bit. Not that I'm going to sell it, but whatever. All right, and then the police boat, and I'm not really seeing a part number. I may come back to this one later, and if I do, I will put the price right here. This is how much it's worth. So those are the things I found at the estate sale with the 1950s ambiance, and I was very excited. And for the base plate and the police boat and the random pieces, I paid $2. Yes, I think it was $2. And actually I think that was for some other stuff too altogether. Then also I went to an antique mall. There's this really cool antique mall. I'll put the name of it here because I can't remember it at the moment. There's lots of Lego there. I did not buy it all. There is more to be found, but I'll show you what I found last weekend. I found this. You may remember about a year ago or 2, I can't even remember anymore, but I did a video on the 2008 Lego catalog, and this was one of the sets in there, and this set is cool because there's a clear 16 by 16 base plate in here. And before I bought it, I was like, I better make sure that base plate's in there because I want that. They wanted $6.50, and since the base plate itself goes for about $7, I thought, I'm coming out ahead. Oh wow. Okay, the instructions are here. There's a whole bag of 1x1 bricks, and not only is the base plate in great condition, but somebody made a mosaic for me. That's so cute. Child of the past, thank you. I love this little helicopter. It's kind of heavy when it's got bricks on it. Well, anyway, so for $6.50, that was pretty cool. So that was at one booth I went to at this antique mall. At a different booth, I found 2 bags of vintage Lego, and I'm very excited. Not because I already have a lot of vintage Lego, but sometimes in the mix you'll find rare vintage Lego. So this is bag number 1. It cost $6.99. What I'm noticing is some very like 1970s base plates, the kinds with the square studs on the bottom. I'm seeing some windows. I really like that. I do see some Technic in here. So I'm going to take a look. Oh shoot, the price tag is making it hard to open. Oh, and they stapled it. They didn't want anyone looking in here before they bought it. That's okay. Ooh, this is exciting. Okay, so I love these vintage windows. Of course, these really large ones, and as you may notice, these are unlike windows of today because instead of just having regular, stud holders on the bottom, they have these little teeth. There's a slightly more modern base plate with the round undersides, but then a couple of the ones with squares, and there's a little chip in this one. Womp womp. Okay, stuck inside this 2x3 black brick is one of those feathers from the knight set from their helmets. Teeny tiny windows. And this is like a teeny tiny door. It doesn't open or anything. Oh my gosh, here's a 1x1. Look at this. There's a 1x1 and here's a 1x2. Oh my gosh, it's a tall 1x. It's a 1x2 tall. There we go. A hinge piece. We had one of these growing up. At some point during my childhood, it broke, and we just kept it anyway because it still had some studs on it, so you could still use it. But now I have an intact one. Oh wow, this is a very old 1x1 round stud. There's just something about it doesn't look right, but it says Lego on the top, so we're gonna call it legit. Randomly a Ice Planet ski, for that early 90s vibe. Cool! It's a printed brick with printed Lego on it. Those are always fun to find. Well, that's all I'm seeing of the unusual variety in that bag, but like I said, I have a whole other bag! This was from the same vendor, and it was also $6.99. I see some windows in here, too. And what is this? Oh, a definitive non-Lego has made its way into this bag. Oh, sweet! I already have one of these, but it's always cool to find them. It's a little brick that says Legoland. And I saw this when I bought the bag, but I'm still excited about it. It is a 4-volt motor. We have one of the pieces with the printed grill on the front. So it's another white door. So now we have 2. I'm thinking I want to build something classic for Bricks Cascade this year, now that I have all these pieces. So this is another interesting piece. It looks like, there's 2 of them. Look like wheel wells or something. I don't believe I've ever seen this piece before, but it actually intrigues me because for a micro scale tunnel in the city, a door with a frame. These were the kind of doors I had growing up. The minifigs didn't fit through them. I just had to pretend. A big red window. A brick that's broken. In the 2 bags that I bought for $6.99 a piece, there were just under 40 window and door pieces, the coolest of which was probably the red 1x1 window, which averages for about 50 cents on Bricklink. Most of the other windows and doors range from 9 cents up to 33 cents a piece. The bags also included a 4.5 volt motor, which, if it works, and I haven't tested it yet, is worth just under $3. Some of the printed pieces are also worth a little, and those Technic tunnel pieces are worth about 44 cents a piece. Beyond that, the 2 bags contained roughly 300 additional ordinary Lego pieces. As they were all used and in various states of wear and decay, I'd probably value the 300 pieces at about $15. Adding in the doors and other specialty pieces brings the total value to around $25. Not too bad for a $14 purchase. So these were the finds I made this past weekend, Lego style. I was very excited to get these things, the mosaic, the crazy shaped blue base plate. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to subscribe. You should also follow me on Instagram or Twitter as Mo Makes Stuff Up. And be sure to check out the article that I wrote, which is called Pieces for Pennies, Where Cheap Lego May Lurk. I will put the link to that in the description below. Thanks for watching. Bye!